श्रीमुखी वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणी सुमधुरं संकीर्तनालापिनी श्यामाङ्गी मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिका ईश्वरी ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः।
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ध्यायामोधवलाविकुण्ठनवतीं तेजोमयीं नैष्टिकीं दिग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीमतसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरीम् ओम अमृतेश्वरी नमः। ओम गुं गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम गं गणपते नमः। ओम सरस्वती नमः। ओम। My infinite prostrations at the lotus feet of my Sadguru, Sri Mata Amritageetananda Devi, Universal Teacher, Universal Mother, and my humble pranams to all of my beloved children watching this program. We are now celebrating this year's Deepavali. The dates may differ from place to place. In Kerala, it is 23rd and 24th, or the 23rd and 24th. In other places, it may be slightly different. So, Deepavali, we have spoken many times. Deepavali is the festival of lights. Light in our culture, especially in our culture, light always represents a knowledge which dispels darkness or ignorance. Therefore, we will speak about light. When we on Deepavali day, we see plenty of lights everywhere, and the Deepam, all temples and even our houses also, we keep light a lot of lamps, and the lamps, the Deepam, they always represent the Ishvara, the Chaitanyam, which is residing in the heart of not only living beings, not only human beings, but all living beings. So this is what we have to understand. Light, it represents the Chaitanyam. So you can say in other religions also they speak about God. When we ask them what is God, they will say God is truth, and they say God is formless. So they say that God is light, they say. But if we ask them, the light means what light? We have different types of light. We have the tube lights, we have the sunlight, moonlight, we have lightning. What is when you say God is light, what is the substance? So though they won't be able to tell us what exactly it is, even we ourselves also will not be able to tell us, but our gurus or great sages or maharshis, they have experienced that light which cannot be extinguished. We can put out we can switch off the light, we can blow out the candle or other lamps, but this light we can never blow out. It is Nityam, always shining in our heart. That is what we see. In our culture, we can see this very, very beautifully. In many of our bhajans, we have heard this. The latest one is Pranavamrita Swamiji's bhajans. We have heard. He is beautifully. He says, "Bodham Adabodham." It has become very, very popular now because our little boy, he has made it very, very popular. The Bodham Adabodham. So that is the nature. If you look at the Shastras also, The Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita also, Guru Stotram also we can see Chinmayam. It is very clear. Chinmayam, it is Chitmayam. Abundance of consciousness. Chaitanyam, Shashvata Shanto. We have heard. Again we have see in Kathopanishad they say in one word, Yamadeva says, Na jayate mriteva vipaschit. That word, the vipaschit means again consciousness, Chaitanyam. So they say Brahmanandam, Paramasukadam, Kevalam Jnanamurtim. In that shloka we can say Bhavatitam, Trigunatitam, Sadgurum Tandamami. They say Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam. They say that Sarvadhi means intellect. Sarvadhi Sakshi. It is the witness of all thoughts. Behind every thought, that Chaitanya is there. So Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam, that we say, in the Guru Gita we can hear that. Now, so we know the Chaitanyam is the Bhagwan or Ishvara or the Brahma. His nature is Chaitanyam and he is present everywhere, and we cannot know him objectively because we cannot. It is the power behind our sense organs and mind. Therefore, we cannot know him objectively as an object. We can know him only. We can experience his presence within us. That is the most important thing. And therefore, what is the path? How can we experience that? How can we come to our real nature? So that is what we say. See, there are two very beautiful shlokas which seems to be contradictory. So I will tell the first one. Mainly it says the Narada Rishi, he goes to Brahmadeva and he asks Brahmadeva, what is the means to liberation in Kali Yuga? Because in Kali Yuga, people are restless by nature. They are uncontrolled mind, it's wandering mind, and therefore they cannot sit quietly and meditate. It's very, very difficult for them to meditate, sitting quietly and meditate. So what is the means for liberation in Kali Yuga? And Brahmadeva, his reply is, he says, Harer Nameva Kevalam Kalo Nasteva Kadiranyata. He says in Kali Yuga, Hari's Nama, that is the only means. In Kali Yuga, there is no other means. So when Brahmadeva means Hari, does not mean just Vishnu. It means God's name. God's name has so much of power and potential. We have already told in the last session, we have already told that the Jan Adikavi Nama Pratapo Bayo Suddhakari Ulta Japo. The Adikavi, Jan Adikavi Nama Pratapa. The glory, the power of the Nama is known by Adikavi. Who is Adikavi? It is Vatmiki. So Bayo Shuddhakari Ulta Japo. So he attained perfection. He attained God, the purity and Godhood by the Ulta Japo. By he was so sinful, he could not pronounce Rama. So the Narada Rishi, or in some place they say it is Narada Rishi, in some other place they say Sapta Rishis. Anyway, let them be anybody. It can be Narada Rishi or Sapta Rishis. They advised him because he could not pronounce Rama because so sinful. They asked him to pronounce Mara. So Mara. We know this incident, we know very well. So by Shuddhakari Ulta Japo, even by the oppositely pronouncing, he could attain that. So he says, Jana Adikavi Nama Pratapo. He knows the glory, the first poet of Vatmiki knows the power, the divine power of, the infinite power of Nama Japa. So that is what we hear here. But again, he says, and then he says the Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So that is the mantra. That means the God's name only. we can, in our culture, we have the liberty to, so we, you know this, we have our Ishtadevata. Ishtadevata, when you go to Amma and ask for mantra, she will ask you what is your Ishtadevata. You can choose any, your favorite deity, and then according to that, she will give the mantra. So in the same way, here also the same thing happens. So they say there are one group who says, there are one group, I don't want to name them in public. They say it is only by kirtanam. They go to the extent of saying that by meditation they criticize people, they criticize us. I mean, those who do meditation, through meditation, they make fun of us. They say there are one set of people who think that they can become God through meditation. This much I say and stop. So there is one group who do only kirtanam. And whereas others, we do in our evenings, we know Amma has given us a very beautiful, I don't know whether package is the right word, I don't know, but you can see that he starts with meditation. We have a beautiful satsangs, that is so food for thought. Then we have the very beautiful kirtanam. We have both. We have meditation and we have bhajan, sankirtanam also we have. So in the Upadechasaram, Ramana Maharshi says that he says he gives the ascending order, the correct order of the correct order of sadhana. What is it? He says, Uttamastavat Uchamandada Chittadam Japa Dhyanam Uttamam. So he says Dhyanam Uttamam. Dhyanam is most ideal, whereas Brahmadeva says the Sankirtanam is Uttamam. So it seems to be contradictory. There is no contradiction. We'll first go through Ramana Maharshi's very beautiful sloka. So he says, Hritsthale mana sustata kriya bhakti yoga bodhadi nischita. He says, the Hritsthale mana sustata. The manas, the mind abiding in his own place. I'm coming back to my home. Each of us coming back to our home, that's a Hritsthale, in the heart. That is our real residing place. And that is mana sustata. The mind coming back to his own place. Now the mind is always going outside, going to situations, going to people, going to objects. It is always outside, never inside. And therefore that is called, those thoughts are called dhara. That also I explained in one of my previous talks. I explained that dhara is the continuous flow of thoughts outside. When that dhara becomes reversed, it becomes dhara, becomes radha. The one who has turned inwards, and that is the real radha. He is focused in the form within. We can easily do that when in Amma's presence we always keep our during meditation also. When Amma's form is in front of me, I never close my eyes. When Amma is there, I always keep my eyes open. When she is not there, I try to visualize her inside. So in meditation also, don't follow my example, but in meditation also, I just look at her. That is my meditation. So when she is not there, then I close my eyes and then visualize the Amma within. So the Hritsthale mana sustata, the mind has come back to its original place. So what is that actually? Hritsthale mana sustata kriya. Kriya means karma yoga. Then Hritsthale mana sustata kriya bhakti yoga bodhadi nischita. So bhakti means, devotion. Bhakti yoga means our Raja Yoga, the yoga asanas, because we need a healthy body, body which can at least sit for 45 minutes without moving. That's called asana siddhi. So the bhakti, devotion, yoga is we have the IMTech is more than enough for us. Bhakti yoga, bodha means Jnana Yoga. So Kriya, Bhakti, Yoga and Bodha, that means the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga and Bodha, they are all steps in the correct order. They ultimately they lead to our nature within. So he says, then we say, see, in the beginning, mind needs support. So the unfortunate see we in our puja room we have the oil, that we have a bottle of oil. That oil we will not use anywhere. It's only for the lamp in our puja room. We have what you call matchbox or the lighter. We use only in the puja room. We will not take it anywhere out. Then we have a knife also for cutting fruits like our plantains or apple, etc. So those materials which we use for puja, we will not use anyway. It will be only, it is kept in the puja room. We will not take them outside. But the most important instrument to be used in the spiritual practice is the mind. Unfortunately, we have only one mind. We don't have one mind to use in our office. We don't have another mind to use in our kitchen. We don't have another mind to use in the temple. The mind is only one. The most important instrument to be used in puja is only one. The same mind which we use in our office, in the kitchen, or in the market, supermarket, that same mind we use in puja also. Therefore, if during the day, if my mind is always agitated, then we cannot expect our mind to be calm in the evening when we sit puja. And therefore, that's what Amma says. All makkale eppodum shraddhayode irikkanam. Be always conscious. Relatively, we should be always maintain a little relatively quietude mind throughout the day. Then only the mind will be fit for meditation. So you say, so we see the order now. So in the beginning, we need support. So what are the supports? We need when music is there, it is very, very easy for us to concentrate. When you see very, very beautiful bhajans, kirtanas, we can see easily we can take our mind to God. So there we have kirtans and bhajans, etc. with very beautiful instruments also. So that is the support. So that is we call as kirtanam. So we begin with kirtanam. So kirtanam. So those who do only kirtanam, knowingly or unknowingly, gradually they also take their mind into meditation. We will see that. Knowingly or unknowingly, they say we don't want dhyanam. That is we want only kirtanam. There is one set of people who criticize meditation. I don't want to name them in public. In our culture only. So only kirtan, that is very good. So unknowingly that those who do only kirtanam, they also take their mind into, gradually they take their mind into deep meditation. So what happens? We say, just watch this. When we sing a bhajan, I just give one example. So we say, Jema Ambe, Jema Ambe, Jema Ambe, Jai Jema. That bhajan we sing usually in the end. So what happens that Jai Jema, 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 Jai Jema. We are unknowingly we are going to that all the thoughts converge and become one single thought. We are going into deep meditation. So we chant Jai Jema or Shiva Hara Hara Shankara, Shiva Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara, Shiva Shankara. They may chant Vittala 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 Vittala. So when they are singing Vittala 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 Vittala, they are going into meditation unknowingly. So the thoughts become extremely silent, extremely pure, extremely focused. There is the very beautiful Upanishad called the Vajra Suji Upanishad. Vajra means diamond and Suji means the needle. So Vadrasuji Upanishad, it pierces the veil of ignorance. It pierces the veil of darkness and enters into brilliant light. So when they say Vittala, 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 the experience long time even before coming to Amma, when we go to Shabarimala, we say we go to the frenzy, ecstasy. All of us together are chanting the Swami, Ayappo, Swami, Ayappo. Unknowingly we go into Samadhi. So therefore, that is the power of the Lord's name. Knowingly or unknowingly, when we go on singing, we go into Samadhi. Therefore, if you carefully analyze, there is no difference between the Sankirtanam. We sing Sankirtanam, gradually it will purify the mind, make the mind concentrated and take us into meditation. They are not aware of that. So here he say, Uttamastavat Uchchamandada Chittajam Chapa Dhyanamuttamam. So say Uttamastavata. Stava means now in bhajans we have supports, a lot of music. And if they, especially if there is when we sing and there is the background with the flute, it is so beautiful. If a flute or a veena, that can take us into the real peace and joy. So we have Uttama Stavat. Stava means Stotrat and Suktams. That we have the first we do the puja. We have Kaya Vangmana, Karyamuttamam, Pujanam, Japa, Chintanam, Karmat. We have with the body we do the puja, with the speech we chant, and then the mind has two supports, the body and the speech. Then gradually the puja we do Manasa puja, we have only the speech and mind. So you say Uttamastavat. First we do a lot of bhajan, then gradually we come to the stavam. So stavam we have, especially we start with Aigiri Nandini. It's a stavam, but that also has music. Aigiri Nandini. Then we have so many other stotras. The Amma's Archana, but Archana and the Sahasranama Stotram, Lilita Sahasranama Stotram, Sri Mata, Sri Maharaji, Srimad Simhasaneshwari, that is also Nama. So that is called Stavam, that is Suktas and Stotras. So there also we have the mind, so easier to control. This is Uttama Stavat. There in Stavam there are many names, 1000 names of Lilita. Then finally the next stage is to chant 1000 names is even we can see sometimes we feel sleepy. So the mind is not really trained. Gradually we become very alert. So 1000 different names are easier. More difficult is to chant one name 1000 times. We need a little more concentration. So that is called japa. So Uttamastavatu Uchcha Mandada Chittatam Japa. So better than the next step, only we can say the next step is japa. First we start with stotras, bhajans, stotras, suktams. Then we come to the next stage. Instead of 1000 Sahasranama, 1000 different names, we chant the same name 1000 times. Amma has given us our mantra, and a mantra given by Amma, a Sadguru like Amma, is very, very, very powerful. Vajra Suji. You say it pierces the darkness, the wall of darkness, and enters the world of brilliant, dazzling light. The Buddhists, they call Buddha Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Amita means limitless, and Abha means light. So Namo Amitabha, they say the person who has infinite light. The best example is here Namo Amitabha, our Amma also. So therefore we come to japa. There also we say, you can see the three different levels. First we chant Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha. That is called Uchcha Japa. Ucha Uttamastavat Ucha Mandata Chittatam Japa or Manasam Japa. Both are correct. So first we chant loudly, that's called Ucha Japa, and then slowly from Ucha we come to Manda Japa. Manda Japa means only when I am chanting, only I can hear. Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha, Om Amritageetananda Namaha. This is called Manda Japa. Then when we get real practice without moving our tongue, you can chant mentally Om Amritageetananda Namaha. I give that example also. If you give a child how much is 5 plus 4, he will have to use the fingers. If they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, another 9, he will say. Whereas if I ask you how much is 54 plus 45, without moving your tongue, you will say 99. How is that? Practice. Therefore, by practice, first puja, then japa, then finally the two supports, the body, kaya, vang, both stop, and then we are in deep meditation. Chittajam japa dhyanam uttamam. That is what we come to. Dhyanam is uttamam. So this point, again one more point I say, that also I think I remember very well this point also I have explained, but in this context I would like to explain once again. This point I told you in one of the previous talks. I told you, if you remember, many years back, I mean the first Brahmasthanam is Kodungalur. And in Kodungalur, at the time Amma had very little responsibility. So there were no institutions. So they were 5 days, and Amma used to come for every artana. So the per day 5 artanas into 5. So therefore they were 25 artanas. So what happened was, I remember very well, so many years back, the first day she will come for all artanas. First day 5 artanas, second day 5 artanas, third day 5 artanas. So the 25, so 15 artanas. The third day we have already done 15 artanas. Our mind had become, the evening, the mind has become very, very calm and peaceful. We are all gazing at Amma without any thought. At that time, Amma said, Makkale, ഈ ഞാൻ എന്ന ചിന്ത എവിടെ നിന്ന് ഉദ്ഭവിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചു നോക്കൂ. Amma said, children, try to find out from where this I, that thought arises. Aham kuto bhavati chinvata aipatatyaham nijavicharanam. They say, Ramana Maharshi says that, aham kuto bhavati, from where this I thought originates, arises. Aipatatyaham. So that is, the I drops. When we go into, when we become, the dhara becomes radha, it drops. That is why that in the last speech I talked about Bhasmasura. Bhasmasura is the intellect. And the intellect can reduce everything ashes. They say it's all atoms. Therefore they say the Mohini is our guru. So she dances and she makes the Bhasmasura touch his own head. Therefore the intellect is afraid of only one thing. What is that? Inquiry. When intellect knows, when we inquire from where I have come, it will disappear. The ego will disappear. So that is why Bhasmasura was reduced to ashes. The I, think, who is this I? That inquiry, the Guru will take us deeper and deeper and deeper, and poof, that intellect is dropped, reduced to ashes. That is the greatest our Sadguru Amma. Amma told, when the mind has to reach a certain state, there we can see that she says, try to find out from where this I that originates. Aipatatyaham, it is so for Nija Vicharana. This is the straight path. So that is so we come to the where we can see the presence of the pure Chaitanya in our hearts, we can easily see. Our mind is our baby, so we can see mothers when the mothers when they carry the baby or child, they sing loudly. That's called Ucha Japa. They sing loudly to get the baby's the attention. So baby will always focused on the, and slowly she will reduce her volume and volume, then say, that's called Manda Japa. You go to sleep. So the first loudly she will sing, then she will reduce the volume, and then Om Om Om. Mind has become very silent. So that is the meaning. So we have to understand there are those who say the only Sankirtanam and the meditation is those who criticize the meditation, they are unknowingly they are also Vittala, their mind also slowly comes into deep meditation. So the light of lights, that is what we have to say. Therefore, when we see Deepavali lights everywhere, we can see our presence also. I will relate one incident which took place very long time. Just I had joined ashram in the year 1986, and I was sent to the North Kerala to arrange Amma's programs. So unfortunately at that time, the year 1986, Amma was not known at all. Nobody knew him, but they have heard of Amma. So when I went to after Kannur, they received the Amma very well. After Kannur, I went against north towards Kasaragod, the Kanjangad, etc. When I went to one temple, a very famous Ganesha temple, the temple authorities, the cut and dry, they told me we cannot garland the Mataji. We will give a garland in her hand. I felt very sad, but I knew that we cannot blame them because the Amma was not known. I said, fine, I will garland. Then usually we do the Pada Puja also. So they were hesitant. Then I told them, I will do can I do the Pada Puja? Yes, you can do. I felt very happy. A wonderful opportunity. That is the first time I did Amma's Pada Puja. When Amma came, she just stood there. I did a wonderful Pada Puja, dry, and then sipped the water. And then I put the garland, and then she walked inside, and then there was, at the time, it was straight to bhajans only. But inside, I was boiling. It is foolish on my part, because Amma was not known, we cannot blame them. But still, I was feeling very uneasy. See, after the bhajan, I went to the temple, inside the temple, and stood in front of Ganesha idol, and I said, now look here Ganesha, she is not only my mother, she is your mother also. But look at the way she was received, Sikaranam. So I will not take your prasadam. It is foolishness, I admit. It is foolishness on my, but I was a little immature. I was only 29 at that time. In 1986, I was only 29 years old. A little angry also, because, so I said, there in that temple, that temple was very famous for modakas, very tasty modakas. But I told him, I don't want your tasty modakas. I will not take prasadam. After bhajans, I went and straight away went outside and sat in our vehicle. That at the time there was only a small standard the matador vehicle. I went out of the temple and I sat in the vehicle. And after some mass bhajans, we all went back, and we were staying in the devotee's house. They were new devotees. So they were new devotees. So the Amma and the brahmacharini, they were the accommodated in the inside the house, whereas we brahmacharis, we were given the open terrace. Open terrace. At that time we did not anything. We just without any bed or anything, we just lie down. So all of us lay down, and within a few minutes we were all asleep. But I was not able to sleep because of my hunger. I was feeling very hungry, and I could not, because the devotees, they were new. I could not go and ask them, can I have some food? So I was tossing and straining this side and this side. I was closed my eyes. I could not sleep because of terrible hunger. After some time, suddenly I suddenly tapped on my shoulder. I opened my eyes. It was Rao Swami. Rao Swami is now Swami Amritageetananda Puri. He and our Mahadevan very well we know, they had come, they say, get up. So they had brought a plate, and this is, they said, Amma gave you this, so you eat, and this is prasadam, so don't. Everybody was asleep. When I opened it, it was full of rice and curry, very fully mixed. I ate it fully, and I was the full stomach. I became like Ganesha's stomach. My stomach also became like Ganesha's stomach, and then I slept. This is what we call as Chaitanyam Shashvat Shadanda. She knows everything. So she knew that her son had not eaten. Her son is very hungry and angry, and so she brought food. So then after next day morning, I explained what has happened. They were all very surprised. I did not eat from there. They said, I admit it. It is not eating. It is, I did a foolish thing. But at the same time, I didn't feel like eating anyway. That's the point. So little, I said, see, they have done a lot of pujas, but when they see the Devi appear before them, they are not able to know that she is Devi herself. And after a few months, we happened to go to Mookambika. When we went to Mookambika, they say, because that the depth of the way they did the puja, that was the most beautiful swikaranam, the reception which they gave to Amma. There were 8 priests. It's called one gana. I think if I remember well, the one gana is 8. I may be wrong. They say that 8 priests have come. All 8 priests dressed in red clothes because the Devi Mookambika. And they were 8 Purnakumbams. The 8 of them, they came up to Amma, they stood in front of Amma and chanted just one stotra. That was the most beautiful reception. There no drums or nothing was there. They chanted together, Sarva Mangala Mangalye, Shive Sarvatathadige, Sharanye Trambage Gauri, Narayani Namutate. Narayani Namutate, they chanted. I was very happy because in the Mookambika. So that is if we are really when we have the purity of mind, we can feel that she is Devi herself. So many devotees have seen her as the Mahakali in different forms of Devi Karumari Amman, the Meenakshi Amman. They have seen the different forms of Devi. I will in my next talk I will relate. So, Mookambika is something that is very beautifully, what they do is, Mookambika, I heard, I have gone to, usually the sannyasis, they don't go to temples, they have only one form, the Guru's form. So they worship Nirguna, this formless God, but there are certain temples where sannyasis go. And Mookambika is just one temple because mainly it is associated with our Adi Shankaracharya. We know that story very well. So the way what they do is, in the morning, the puja is for Saraswati Devi in the form of a the small girl. So the morning puja is Saraswati puja, and she is worshipped in the form of a small girl. So when a sannyasi sees small girls, they should remember this is Saraswati. So in the afternoon, by 11:30, before 12, they worship the same Mookambika in the form of Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is in the form of a young girl. So when we see young girls, we remember this Mahalakshmi. And in the evening, they worship the same Mookambika in the form of an elderly woman, Parvati. So morning the Saraswati, afternoon Mahalakshmi, a young girl, and the evening the Parvati as an old girl, or the old woman, elderly woman. So the Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, three sandhyas, and we have the fourth sandhya at 12 o'clock in the night. At that time they worship Kali. So we say when in the night we are not scared of anything. We know that the Kali is always with us with her sword. With that Trishul and sword, she is always with the protectors in the night. So that is how they worship. So the Saraswati, Lakshmi, and the Devi. Let us always remember that Amma is within us in the form of pure consciousness. She is not only in front of us, but in the form of pure consciousness within us also. So the Navaratri was just over. See, we worship the Amma as Saraswati, first as Durga, then Lakshmi and Saraswati. Here it's just opposite. Anyway, it is okay. So we worship Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Durga. So I will conclude with a very beautiful bhajan. We can understand what we means. The bhajan is Chintakal Kandyam Vannen Antarangatil Pandum Sandatanandathinde Chandamam Prakashame. Say the Prakashame. So when Chintakal Kandyam Vannen, when all the thoughts become silent, Antarangatil Pundum, when all the thoughts are silent, then it arises, that Chaitanyam arises, which is the Chintakal Kandyam Vannen Antarangatil Pundum Sandatanandathinde Chandamam Prakashame, the light of consciousness. When all thoughts come to an end, the light arises. That a light is our Amma in our heart. Let us bow down to Amma in the form of light also, and always remember that she is in our hearts also. So now we will hear our Amma's little children. Our Amma's little children. So they will chant the Medha Suktam, Sri Suktam, and Durga Suktam. Let us listen to their beautiful chanting, and then we feel very, very blessed. We feel pure and energized. Om Amritageetananda Namaha. I offer these words at the lotus feet of my Sadguru Sri Mata Amma. Om Amritageetananda Namaha.
Yashandasamrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyodhyamritat Sambhabhuva Samendro Medhaya Sprirodu Amritasya Devatarino Bhuyasam Shariram Me Vicharshanam Jihva Me Madhuvattama Karnabhyam Bhuri Vishruvam Brahmana Koshosi Medaya Pihitaha Shrutam Me Gopaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Megha Devi Jushamana Nahagaha Vishwaji Bhadra Sumanasya Tvaya Jushtanudamana Durukta Brihadvadema Vidhare Suvira Tvaya Jushta Rishir Bhavani Devi Tvaya Brahma Gata Shri Rudatvaya Tvaya Jushta Chitram Linga Deva Susano Jushasva अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवीं मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधासुरभिर्जुषताद स्वाहा आमां मेधासुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्नमाना सा मां मेधासु प्रतीका जुषन्ता मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो राजो ददातु ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं रामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनाद प्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये श्रीर्मा देवीर्जुषतां कांसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामार्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासां यशसा ज्वलन्ति श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये लक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसो द्विजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु मायान्तरायास्य बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपैतु मां देव सतः कीर्तिश्च मणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिवृद्धिं ददातु मे क्षुत्तिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वान् निर्णुत मे गृहात् गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां कनीषिणीम् ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियम् मनसः काममाकूतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्यस्य मयि श्रीश्रयतां यशाः कर्दमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भवकर्दमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं पापसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चित्रे तव समे गृहे निज देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः आर्द्रां यः करिणीं यष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः अजातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनी यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योश्वान बिल्लेयं पुरुषानहम् पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलाय दाक्षी विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधत्स्व ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जातवेदसे सुनवाम सोममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम् दुर्गां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा पूष्य पृथ्वी बहुलान उर्वी भवातोकायतनयाय शंयोः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुन्ननावादुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अर्थिवन्मनसा गृणानो स्माकं बोध्य विदातनूना वृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं पुरेम परमात् सतस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा क्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रज्ञोषिकमेभ्यो अध्वरेषु सनात्सहोतानव्यस्य सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं विप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नागस्य पृष्ठमपि संवसानो वैष्णवीं लोकैहमार्जयन्ताम् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो